Hi. You too. Hi, friends. Not me being late to my own live. I was struggling so much this morning. Oh my gosh. You guys are so quick. I'm lighting incense right now. With my favorite, as always. Oh yeah, I think on my first one I said noon, but then I got invited to a birthday party, and so I posted another announcement yesterday that was like, okay, 10. Yes. Lou says hi to everyone. Yeah. I don't know where to put her. Over here. Okay. Let me get my notes about what I wanted to talk about. No, I haven't. Am I saying that right? Taoism. Taoism? I'm gonna look it up to see what that is. My fave art pieces that I've drawn. I feel like it kind of circulates between like what the most recent piece I made is, and but right now it's either my I don't know whether to title her like the Faded Flower or the Sapphic Psychedelic, or my Oracle cards. I'll show you guys. I probably showed you already, but I'll show you anyway. I'm in my little art hub, so everything is down here. But these are my favorite right now. And what else? I don't know where my other one is. Give me like 2 seconds to go dig for her. Okay, actually, she's in the abyss somewhere, but the Oracle cards are here. We got incense. That's what the smoke is. What is your opinion on divination? Google didn't give me a straightforward definition of Taoism, so I'll come back to it. But divination. What is my opinion on divination? Let me make sure I have like a solid understanding. But I'm thinking, when I think of divination, I think of like runes, tarot, like as a concept. Oh, thank you. That is so sweet. I'm like struggling this morning to get ready, so that just made me feel confident. So thank you for that. Okay. The practice of seeking knowledge about the future. Yeah, I like divination a lot. I like divination a lot. I'm very drawn to oracle cards right now, and I like charms, charm casting. What are you stealing? Artwork? I'll make you something. No stealing necessary. Okay, where can you get some of my art? I have an Etsy shop. I don't know how to work this live. I feel like you can link stuff, but I don't know how to do all of that yet. But I'm selling prints, and I don't know if anyone remembers, but I'm making these, and I have versions I'm making where I'll just sculpt it and I'll leave it blank, and then you can paint it and finish it. Oh, thank you. So sweet. Okay, notes. I'm getting so sidetracked. Okay. Okay, what I wanted to talk about today was how I made a post, my very first post, or some posts I made like a week and a half ago, and it was during Pride. And I feel like that week, like I just had a bunch of like manifestation shifts and um what else? I had a bunch of manifestation shifts and like a bunch of little winks from the universe. And what else did I have? And I just wanted to talk about it because it was kind of insane, and it was almost like a divine feedback loop. Like the universe was speaking back to me so quickly, and I did a lot of like challenging and scary things, and I wanted to talk about how like rewarding that was. And like, that's something I've been doing for a while, like challenging my fears and seeing how quickly it like fast tracks your manifestations. Okay, let me answer these questions real quick before I continue. How would I describe my aesthetic? Fairy core, earthy? Yeah. Did I design tarot cards? I have a lot of, over the years, I've drawn a lot of different variations of tarot cards. Recently, I've been drawing oracle cards. I just showed them. They're my favorite right now. I think this one's my favorite. Or this one. I had a lot of issues with this one, but I still like her. But I've drawn some tarot cards too for my, in high school for my AP art project. I did this like series where I put myself into different tarot card archetypes, and I think that's when I first got into it. A holistic goddess. That compliment is going on my wall. Thank you. I do have freckles. Can you see them? I feel like people really don't notice them until they're like right in my face. But thank you. Oh my God, you're being so nice to me. You've given me 3 compliments, and I'm deeply appreciative. Yes, I love Erica Badu. Someone recently told me I remind them of her, and I felt like that's the biggest compliment. But I love Erica and like neo soul type stuff. Oh yes, okay. So I have an Etsy shop. I feel like I can link things on here, but like, I'm startup. Give me a second to tinker around on here. But I have an Etsy shop. It's linked on my channel. Hmm. Oh, my bad, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to link stuff. I'll get there, okay? Bear with me. Thank you. Okay, I'm returning back to my story time. Please bear with me. I have ADHD. I can't stay on one topic without forgetting and getting distracted by another topic. That's just how my conversation flows. No worries at all. I'm here to talk with you guys. You are not messing the stream up. But I remember you leaving some comments on my page, I believe. So I can go find you or find your comment, and I can drop a link for you after this live. Okay, back to my story time about my quantum leaps, because I feel like after that week, I really feel like I don't live in the same dimension as I do now. But let me explain. So like 2 weeks ago. Thank you. Yeah, I will talk about that too because that was part of the leap. Okay. Um, so a few weeks ago, I had my very first paid singing gig, and I was really scared to do it. I was dealing with a lot of imposter syndrome, like mental blocks, like feeling like, I don't know, like doing things for the first time is just very daunting, I suppose. And I felt like because I was, a beginner, I was feeling weird about being paid and just feeling like I didn't know what I was doing and just questioning my skills. But like the only way to get better is to do it. So that was a big challenge for me. And I did it. And it was like 2 weeks in a row. And my vocal coach connected me to it. And I wasn't leading. It was a very easy way to ease into doing paid gigs. And um, what was I going to say? I was doing soprano harmonies, so I wasn't even leading. And yeah, it was a good experience. I really faced my fears. I was anxious, and I think what really shifted for me as I was facing these fears this week is usually I would have like my internal dialogue would just be so much anxiety, like, and the way that I reacted to it was so different. It was like, I'm anxious and that's fine. I'm going in imperfectly as a newbie and I'm still worthy of being paid. I'm still talented. Like, I'm still capable of doing this. And my internal dialogue used to be completely different. Like, as soon as fear came up, like, I would just spiral. And I feel like somehow something really shifted in my brain, like a belief really settled in my subconscious, like last week, I suppose. So there was this moment where I was rehearsing before, no, not rehearsing. I was sitting outside before rehearsal and I was really anxious about rehearsal. Um, and I was just sitting at this park right outside of the building where we rehearsed. And like an older man came up to me and he was like, "You look so peaceful. Like, what are you doing meditating?" And it was really nice. It was almost like the universe sent me somebody to comfort me. Like, he wasn't being weird or anything. He really just came to just chat and say I look peaceful. So that was really sweet. And then what else? I was like in the gas station, literally minding my business and sitting in my car. And this like older woman, another older, like elder, she was dressed really eccentrically, came up to me. And she was like, "Your outfit is great." And she was like, "Are you into modeling?" Now, when people ask me that, that is like the biggest compliment to me because I think it's just I dress super fairy core um, a lot of the time. So I think that's what makes people ask. But it was just like little affirmations, little winks from the universe, sending like nice people to come up to me, even when I'm not doing anything at all. So I thought that was sweet. And then I met Nava Mao. I think that's how you say it. Does anyone know who Nava Mao is? Does anyone know who Nava Mao is? But she's from Baby Reindeer and I think some other things. And she's this like famous trans actress and activist. And that whole experience was kind of crazy. I was walking at the Pride Parade, okay? And I locked eyes with her. And she smiled at me. We smiled at each other. But then we kept walking because I was like, was that her? My friends didn't peep anything. My friends didn't see her. And so I had to look her up. And I was like, was that her? And I looked her up. I was like, that was indeed her. And I was like, guys, did y'all not see her? They were like, huh? So I sped walked back to her. And I walked back to her and I found her and I asked her for a picture. And when I came up to her, she was like, she took a step back and she was like, "You are so beautiful." And I was like, have I officially made it in life? Because I got a compliment from an icon? Yes, that's how I felt. So that happened. I literally met a celebrity. And then I had like a sales breakthrough. I've been getting like consistent sales, I think, for the past month. And also, I'm going to answer your questions, guys. I'm just trying to get through this little story because I will forget everything if I stop. Okay. I had a bit of a sales breakthrough and I've been getting consistent sales ever since. First paid singing gig. And then I think what led to all these changes was I was continually taking actions that challenged like these limiting beliefs about myself. That post you guys are talking about with that was actually my stepmom, but we're super close. So I just, you know what I'm saying? We made that video about my ebook And I that was like one of my first posts about my ebook on my personal TikTok. And my YouTube is my most authentic page. I don't like, if you look at my other pages, they're not as developed or authentic as this one. So you wouldn't know that I make ebooks or talk about spirituality or mindset, or anything like that. So because I'm scared, I was scared of my mutuals judging me or laughing at me, or, just being weird about me creating content or something. And so, but I posted it anyways, because I've learned from like moving through those fears so many times that it leads to expansion, not punishment. Like, you're not going to be punished for facing your fears. You're going to be punished. You're not going to be punished for facing your fears. Like, you're really not. Um, so what was I going to say? So yeah, I challenged my fears with singing, performing, and I just acted as if that was natural to me, that performing was natural to me, that paid gigs are natural to me, that sharing my artwork and letting my mutuals see and not caring is natural to me. And it really paid off. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about. I don't know if I articulated that well enough. Um, but yes, basically, challenging your fears leads to quick rewards, like quick quantum rewards. Okay, let me go on my question. A favorite sigil. So actually, I think I draw a lot of my own sigils. Um, and my logo is actually a sigil. And I have the wings. My logo is like these wings, and they're tattooed on my back too. And I'll keep the meaning of it and the intentions of it secret. But yes, that's my favorite sigil. Or the spiral sun. That's also on my arm. That's the wrong arm. This one. Okay, did I protest on No King's Day? I did not protest. Um, Not for any particular reason. Um, but politics can make me a little bit anxious, and I feel like I already live at the pinnacle of political oppression. So sometimes I just need to take a break and breathe. Not that I don't hate Trump. Don't get it confused, please. YouTube tends to have a nicer audience. I feel like for some reason, TikTok audience has been nicer to me, because my ebook was received really well when I posted that TikTok on TikTok. But when I posted it here, I got a lot of comments talking about return to Jesus and this is demonic. I made an ebook about, yes, I deleted them because no negativity has a place here. You will be banished. But I had what was I even saying? Oh, that's demonic. I made an ebook about trying to help first generation BIPOC and people healing with and dealing with mental health pursue their purpose and heal from that and remove that impact from their mind. And you got demonic from it? Somebody please explain to me, because I don't get it at all. Oh, thank you. What do you use the spiral sign for? Oh, I wish I had my tarot card. I made this tarot card. It's called the Spiral Key. And basically, to me, spirals represent cycles of growth, and how you kind of return, almost like a circle, you kind of return to the same point in an evolved state, and like the cycle of life, and making sure you stay in a spiral, not in a loop. So that I use that spiral sign for, if that makes sense. And thank you. Y'all are so sweet. It is annoying. I've gotten demonic a couple of times. I'm like, please, please leave me alone. Okay. Let me see if I'm going to sit and think if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. I think that was my whole story time. Moral of the story, face your fears and watch what happens. The way you will be received when you face your fears is crazy. Yes, absolutely. I'm here for it. Okay. Oh, have any of y'all tried these? TikTok shop got me. TikTok shop got me so bad. I need to stay off of there. But I got these. Um, Sorry, I got distracted. I got these things. They're called silky crayons. Silky crayons, and they're basically like water soluble oil pastels, and that's what I use to make these. And they're like my favorite medium right now. Like, they're so fun. And my other one, but I can't find her, and it's kind of stressing me out. She was right here the whole time, y'all. That's what I used to make her. You like, thank you. I've had like sometimes when people are a little rude to me on here, I've had subscribers clap back for me, and I'm like, I love y'all for that. That really makes my day. No negativity over here. You will be banished. But yes, I use these silky crayons. TikTok shop got me so bad to make these and to make my oracle cards. Get you some. This is not sponsored. Okay. But yeah, they're really fun to work with. And I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Bear with me, y'all. I'm a neurodivergent. I love this question. My favorite genre of music is probably neo soul or R&B, and I also like handpan music. There's this YouTuber, her name is Chantress Seba, I believe, and she like sings like channel vocals to like handpan music and different audios, very ethereal vibes. I like listening to that too. I like a variety of music. I really love music. I also channel with music, and I do a lot of freestyles, which I am working towards getting onto YouTube and other platforms. I have a lot of singing stuff on my TikTok, but yeah, I do use music to relax and to navigate emotions and writing. I'm actually y'all, I'm doing something. I'm doing something scary again. I'm consistently channeling this old limited self-concept. It's gotta go. But on Monday, I'm going to an open mic, and this is like a competition open mic, so you can place and win money. And I went like a year ago, and I won in like the freestyle cipher, but this time I'm hoping to do just the regular open mic, like to place. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to like either make my own backing track or just download like some neo soul track from YouTube, and I'm gonna do a live freestyle because that's kind of my talent, like my vocal runs, like vocal improv and like artistry. Because you know how I like channel with like artwork, like I just drew these, like I don't have to plan things. I can kind of do it with singing as well and with runs, and that's something I feel confident in. So I'm just going to do like a live freestyle, and that way it's not like an immense amount of prep. It gives me like more freedom. I don't have to be constrained by lyrics or the key of the song or the pace of the song. And it feels more casual. So I'm just going to do a live freestyle and see what happens. It's a little different, but I'm just going to do it. Like, what's the worst that could happen? But I really like that question. I love music. I play guitar too, and I like to channel and sing and listen all the time. Have you ever experienced a soul death? I don't think so. I don't know if I'm fully sure what that is. Is that the same as ego death, or are those different things? I could also look it up if you want, but you're asking some really interesting questions. Let me write these down because I want to look into them after. You said Taoism and soul death. And soul death. Oh, soul death and ego death are the same thing. Oh no, I'm not rapping. I'm doing like I do like improvised runs, like vocal runs, and improvised vocal lyrics and singing. But have I ever experienced an ego death? I need to think about that for a second. You know what? Not completely. I don't think so. From my understanding, I think that is when you yeah. That's when you like lose your sense of self or identity, or I suppose. I don't know how to articulate it, but I have had moments with like meditation where it's kind of like, oh my God, this is going to sound crazy. I don't know how to explain this, but it's kind of like I'll be meditating, right? And I'll kind of forget like I have a body, if that makes sense. Like it just kind of feels like space. I don't know how to explain that. That's the closest adjacent that I've gotten. Um, mm, yeah. Yeah, I have some interesting experiences with meditation sometimes when I like have been consistent. I've been trying to get back into it because I have some really cool like experiences. Hey. Oh my God, guys, this is um, the person who won the giveaway for the sun incense holder. This one. I promise I'm gonna figure out your shipping, friend. I'm getting there. But yeah, have any of you guys ever experienced an ego or soul death? Yes, I'm excited for you to have a piece of art from me. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I've really experienced it in full. Does anyone believe in like uh, astral projection? I've never done it, but it is a topic that interests me. I think they're similar. I have no clue how. Mm, I don't know what I could say on YouTube, but yeah, I'm not very good with like meditation and focusing. I have a very busy mind. You can dream walk. Oh, I love that so much. Is that like lucid dreaming? Is that what you mean? Whoa, that is so cool, guys. Or is dream walking like, or you can enter other people's dreams? Someone has talked to me about that too, and that was crazy. Mm, walk into other people's dreams. Got it. Yeah, I don't think I've gotten there yet, but I have had some like weird experiences with lucid dreaming. I think it has become more frequent as I've become more like, I think as I meditate more for some reason, like as I learn to slow down more. That is so cool. That's literally so cool. I need to learn how to walk into other people's dreams. But a recent lucid dream I had was I was like on the block, like a block like a street and like a square of houses and a square of grass. And I sat down for some reason in the grass and I looked up at the sky and the sky started warping and I was like, this is not the sky that I'm used to. And then I was like, okay, I'm dreaming. And then I sat up and there were like my family members there. And for some reason, whenever I'm lucid dreaming, my first thought is to go ask people like questions. So I go up to them, I'm like, hey, did you know this is a dream? Like, or I'll be like, what's your name? And usually they'll just look at me and I'm just like, y'all, where are the people? But yeah, that was an interesting experience. But lucid dreaming is really cool to me. Like, that's such a, I don't even know how to explain. It's such a weird sensation. Oh, what the heck? A group chat about spiritual stuff. What do people make? I feel like people make like discords or something. Should I make a discord? Should I make a group chat for the fairies? But yes, talking about spiritual stuff is so fun. I feel like I'm not surrounded by people, by a lot of spiritual people. I don't have Discord either, friend. I'll figure something out for us. And so I'll try and talk about stuff like this, and then they'll look at me crazy, and I'm like, okay, never again. Yeah. Okay, does anyone else have any questions or things that they want to talk about? Oh, I did want to ramble about this offering I came up with. And so basically, I know I said before I don't do like traditional readings with like pulling tarot cards and stuff because I don't really know how to do that. Like, that's not really where my gift is. But I always say that I can um, paint you a picture better than I can tell you in words. And so I realized when I'm like drawing like images like this, I feel like that's what I'm doing. So if like someone were to ask me advice, um, and they were to be like, if they were to ask me for advice, I would prefer to draw them something instead of tell them something, if that makes sense. And when I was in college, I used to do figure drawings, and I would often turn the people, the models, into like mythical creatures or tarot cards just based off of like, that's just what would happen. Like, I feel like I was kind of illustrating their energy read. And so I feel like that's something I'm trying to incorporate, to trying to do more. So I came up with this idea to, like, offer a reading, but in the form of drawing an oracle card, like a specific oracle card for that person or for whatever comes up for that person. I don't know if that made sense, but I think it's a cool idea. Thank you. Okay, let me answer your questions. Does toxicity, I don't like that word, have a place in your life outside of get rid? I don't think I understand your question that much. Can you rephrase it or explain it or flesh it out a little bit? Do I read a lot? Like, do I read tarot a lot or do I read books a lot? Um, I do like reading. I don't read as much as I used to. I read, but I love reading. I love like fantasy, like escaping into a book. And I like self-help books too, like spiritual books. But yes, I like reading. Aragon. You got some good recommendations. No, I have not read Aragon. Why do you bring it up? Is that like a fantasy series? Oh, thank you, because I've been needing some new book recs. Okay, perfect. That's my favorite genre. Yes, I'm sold. What's the last book I read? Let me think about that for a second. My memory. What's the last book I finished? I finished a book recently. Let me look in my library. Because I usually read on like my iPad or my phone or something. So it might be on here. I'm currently reading Happy Pocket Full of Money, which is an interesting read, but I started it because Doshi recommended it, and I was like, I'm gonna listen to you. Okay, I think the last book that I read was called The Deep, and it's like Afrofuturism kind of, and it's really cool. It's about how like during the Atlantic slave trade, when the slaves the pregnant women jumped into water during that trade, and the babies they gave birth to turned into like these siren like mermaid like creatures, and it talks about this group of creatures who hold the memories of like the people during that time. So I think it was a really cool read. It's very poetic and it's a quick read too. So that's the last book I read. Hold on, I'm gonna have to write all of these down. Are you an avid reader? Suicides, Valerie. I have not read any of these. Her Week of Wonders. I'm so excited. My only problem is when it comes to like escapism, like, okay, I'm writing all of these down. when it comes to escapism, like reading, watching TV, books, like I struggle with doing it in moderation. Like I can't just watch one episode. I have to finish the series in 2 days. I can't just sit and read for 30 minutes. Like I have to finish the book. I don't know what that's about. Okay. I just wrote all of those down. Thank you, Rex, because I've been reading mostly like self-help books, but I'm like, I need like to escape into another world. That's so real. That is so real. I've been really working on reducing my screen time, especially on TikTok, reducing like my consumption, and it has really helped with like my productivity and my focus. Wait, someone asked me a question, I think. Oh, nope. Dragons? That is so cool. When did you start getting interested in spirituality? When did I start getting interested in spirituality? I feel like probably as a child, I was always like a bit spiritual. Like I've always been artistic, and yeah, I've always been very like artistic. I was very, I don't know, whimsy as a child, I guess. Um, even if I didn't have the like language for spirituality. And then I had a lot of like weird spiritual experiences as a child too. And then what else was I gonna say? I feel like in high school is when I started learning about like manifestation a little bit, and I started illustrating tarot cards. So that's kind of when I got into that, and it kind of has just evolved and expanded since then. But it's really strengthened in the last like year or two, but really like the last year has really solidified my spirituality for me. Transmutation wards. Please tell me about a transmutation ward. You need like a channel or something. You have so many interesting things to share. I would subscribe. I would subscribe. Transmutation wards. That's so cool. I'm about to look that up. And do I have a favorite crystal? As a child, I remember my favorite crystal being amethyst. I'm trying to think if I have a maybe tiger's eye. Yes, we are internet friends officially. But I'm gonna find a way to get us all in a chat or something, because y'all are very fun to talk to. We all have like similar minds, I feel like. And I think that's really cool. I forgot what I was gonna say. On the chat, here, I'll make a post after the live because I don't want you to drop it on the live just for safety stuff. But yes. Okay. Of course, friend. Okay, what else do you guys want to talk about? I'm trying to think if I have any more arts, if I have any more revelations. Oh, I am going to, oh my God, you guys are getting the exclusive tea. I'm going to Bali again. I'm going back to Bali for a whole month this time in September. And I'm doing a lot of manifestation work and mindset work to make this happen. Okay, let me see. The Power of Now. Oh, I've heard of that one. I'm writing all of these down. Oh my God. Do I ever charm jewelry? Yes, all the time. That is why I make my own earrings and stuff. I'm making talismans. And do I have a favorite movie? Let's get into the favorite movies. Okay. Coraline, obviously. I like Fantastic Mr. Fox. I like we got some Coraline fans in here. I'm here for it. I like Fantastic Mr. Fox. Sorry if I get distracted. Like, y'all already know. Um, what else? I also like scary movies. I like Doctor Sleep. Um, yes, what do you make your own earrings out of? Do you use like beads or like wiring? I use shrink paper for mine. But yes, let me show y'all some. um, wire, that's really cool. What was I gonna say? I can't think of my other favorite movies. Doctor Sleep, Coraline, Fantastic Mr. Fox. I know there's more. Oh, I like The Wiz. The Wiz. Okay. But yes, here's some of my jewelry. And like they're literally my intentions like personified. These are some of my favorites. I love these. And I like I put some of my sigils in it, like the spiral stars. Stars are something that have been calling to me a lot. I think it has to do with like starseed and celestial energy. And let me write this down. I haven't seen it. Thank you for all the book and movie recs. Because I'm always looking for something new. Because I always end up just rewatching the same stuff over and over. Like, oh, Hunter x Hunter. That is one of my favorite shows. I don't know what it is about that show, but I'll never get tired of it. Oh, what else? Oh, I have some Evil Eyes. And I have these little pins too. So yes. Yes, Avatar The Last Airbender is also my favorite show of all time. You get me. The Owl House. Oh my god, I have a arrangement of things to watch. I'm so happy. Okay. The Owl House. Yes, you can wear the pins however you want. Okay, what element would you guys bend? I'm trying to think what I would bend. I'd probably be an airbender too. I'm a Gemini. I'm an air sign. I'm very spacey. So I feel like I'd possibly be an airbender. Or a waterbender. Yeah. There's so many air signs in the chat. What is that about? What is this about? That's so cool. Oh, and I also had this idea. I have a poll going out tomorrow, but I'm thinking of doing a workshop where we could either do like a clay workshop. I would probably host this over Zoom or something, and I could teach y'all how to sculpt your own incense holder, because I just use air dry clay. Like, it's really simple, air dry clay and acrylic paint. Or I could show y'all how to make earrings and pins. There was another one. Or we could make oracle cards together. Let me know what y'all think of that. Let me know what y'all think. Yeah, I kind of see waterbender too, because airbenders are like, they're vegetarians, I'm pretty sure, and like monks, and I don't know if that lifestyle is with me. And what is my placements? Triple air is crazy. How is that going for you? Okay, for sure, for sure. I'll just host a workshop, one of each. Which one are we doing first though? Help. Maybe Oracle cards. I feel like that's the most accessible. The other ones might take a little bit of planning. I could send out little kits of supplies. Yeah, I'm excited about the clay one too, though, because I like have sculpted these faces so many times, and these are based off of traditional ceramic, so I know how to like replicate the same face over and over. So I could like really show y'all how to make this face with detail, or make a face with detail. Got it. Okay. What were we just talking about? Oh, airbenders. I might as well tell y'all about the other projects I'm excited about. Okay. So I have this incense holder, right? And it's ceramic. It's a little dusty, y'all, because I made it like over a year ago, so bear with me. But look at her. Wait, I don't know if this is on the right side. Pardon me. Do I do glamour magic? Yes, I have a video. This is like the video that did the best on my channel. It's called How I Use Self-Portraits to Reprogram My Subconscious. And it's basically about glamour magic. But y'all, look at this. Okay. Now, this took forever to make because it was traditional ceramics, but I can recreate this in smaller with air dry clay, okay? Y'all. The incense, the cone incense goes in here, y'all. And then the smoke comes out the chimney. Hello? Do y'all feel me? And what was I saying? So I could recreate these where you could have a little mushroom house incense holder and the smoke will come out the chimney. And since I have air dry clay, I can make them smaller. And look, I could put the resin in here to make water. Are y'all seeing the vision? Are y'all seeing the vision? So I'm thinking of making those. I'm excited. I have a lot of clay projects I'm excited to make. And thank you all. And do I use makeup as glamour magic? Sort of, yes. I have a mirror, like a enchanted mirror that I do my makeup and wear my outfits in, that kind of enhances everything. I made a video about it. It was like, what's it called? Fairy Core, Altar Tour, and Magic Mirror. Magic mirror, featuring my magic mirror. Let me put this back. Bruh, go away. Okay. I'm back. Thank you. Yes, you should start sculpting. I'd love to help you. Maybe I'll host a workshop and I can help you figure out where to start. Oh, you asked me a question earlier and I missed it, Roxy, but I forgot what it was. Home? It was something about home. It's up there. I'm sorry, I lost it. You might have to ask it again. Is it your mission to heal a face that you believe should never exist? This is another question I'm kind of confused about. To heal a face that you believe should never exist. Whose face should never exist? Yes. I want to do this to my car too. But the fabric drapes, I love it so much. I'm still stuck on this question. Is it your mission to heal a face that you believe should never exist? I don't know whose face I believe should never exist. Besides, like, I'm thinking evil people. I'm thinking the people in charge of some of this legislation going on. I don't know why I'd be healing them. What type of paint do you use for the ceramics? So for the air dry clay, I just use acrylic paint and a little bit of like eyeshadow or like powder for like shimmer, or blush elements, but that just acrylic paint and resin, and some varnish and some primer if you want to be fancy, but not necessary. Thank you. Look, bear with me. I will try and answer your questions, but sometimes you need to ask it a few times before I understand it. Okay. I'm going to rack my brain to see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. And yeah, I think that's it. Do y'all have any other questions? What time is it? I have to go. I have to be somewhere at 12. I'm late. I'm actually very late. You follow me on Spotify. That's so sweet. I made like a playlist, I forgot, a while back about like reprogramming your subconscious and about self-love. And my phone is dying and I have to leave. Y'all, ADHD is absolutely terrible. Take care, friends. Thank you all for coming to chat with me. It was really nice chatting. Y'all have some great ideas. I'm gonna find a way to get us together in like a workshop or some type of chat to chat about spiritual stuff. And thank you. Give me a moment because I need to figure out how to end this. But y'all are, it was lovely talking to y'all.